Okay, so we have seen running PyTest from command line and as well as PyCharm. So now running selected test files using PyTest. So from previous lecture, we know how to run all test cases in your package. But what if you want to run only one file? How to do that? From PyCharm, you can simply actually select the path of that specific file. If you want to run test underscore demo 2, you can simply select that file and apply, click on OK, and then you do it. It will actually run that program. Okay. But how to run from terminal? That also matters, right? You have to know commands only. As I said, when you integrate this project with CI tools called Jenkins, there you should rely on commands only. You won't have this plugin available there. So that's why we will try to understand. It's very simple. Let's say if you want to run this test, let me add another test case as well in this particular file. Let's have two tests, which makes sense. Test underscore first program, and I would say test underscore second program. In this, I will try to create two variables, a equals to 4, b equals to 6, and let me put assertion, assert a plus 2 equals to 6. Sounds good, right? Addition does not match. Addition do not match. 3 spaces. Python is not liking. PyCharm. Error is gone. Good. So basically I have created two variables here. In the two variables are summed up and the value should be 6. So basically this test case should pass and this should fail. Right? Okay. Now I'll go back to my terminal, and if you want to run only a specific file, it's just give that file name. That's it. If you don't give the file name, then it will run all the files present in the package. And if you give the file name, then it will run only that specific file. That's it. But make sure you are under the directory where this file is present. And you know what these flags does, V and S. Alright, so one fail, one pass. And the fail is the first program, and we know why it got failed. And the second one is successfully passed, assertion match. Okay, so that's how you can actually run only specific test case using PyTest. Now, remember, if you worked with any Cucumber framework or with TestNG, you have a concept called tagging or groups, so that you actually want to run some selected test cases from multiple files. Right now you know how to run all files and you know how to run specific file. So what if I have a requirement to run one test case from one file, another test case from another file? How can I do that? Yes, you can do it. Now for example, let me actually put test second greet, something keyword called second. So based upon the test method names, you can put regular expression. Let's say you have a number of test cases. Out of a number of test cases, you have a module name like this. I would actually make it as credit card related test cases. You are working in some banking application where you have test cases related to regular banking and also credit card application. You support multiple domains in your automation test. So you have some test cases related to credit card bill payments and something like that. And if you want to run only tests which have a credit card name in their test case, basically if someone asks you what is the test case name for this test case name in PyTest is nothing but method name only. Okay, so that's why you have to write method name very carefully. You cannot just random write anything like this. Based upon your project, you have to write some meaningful name to your method name, because tomorrow that's represented as a test case name. So like this, for all credit card related test cases, you should have some convention in test case name to anyone to recognize that this specific test belongs to credit card module. Okay, so if you have something like this, now you can tell PyTest to run test cases only if they have a credit card text in the method name. Let's see. So now you are asked to run all tests present in this complete directory which have credit card name in the test name, because those are nothing but credit card related automation test cases. You just want to trigger only them. Okay, so in that case, remove this file name -k. K stands for the specific regular expression whatever you are giving, and my regular expression here is credit card. So now when you give this text after K option, this your PyTest will scan all your tests and see if any file having this in their name. Okay, if it have, then it will run only those. That's it. And it will skip remaining things. Okay, let me save this project. Perfect. It ran two test cases. One is in test_demo1.py, which is test_second green credit card, and it printed good morning in the output because you are asked to give -s tag, which will print the logs. If not, it won't. And next one is under test_demo2, and this is also having some test_second credit card, and it also passed, and we are not printing anything here. It's just an assertion. So that's why it passed. And it also told that 2 are deselected. So that means we have total 4, out of which it have run only 2 test cases and 2 are deselected, which self-explanatory, right? So this is how you can actually run selected module test cases. So that's why it's very, very important in PyTest to write method name. Method name should have sense. Simple. I'll keep it very simple, so that you can tweak and control your test case execution based upon the method names. So that's the whole point. Okay, I will also write a notes like -k stands for method names execution, -s for logs in output. What else? KV stands for more info, like metadata. What else we have learned? We also saw you can run specific file with py.test file name. Okay, nice. So these are the different topics we discussed till now. Let's continue in the next lecture. Thank you.